Hey everybody, Strader's back with another daily high ELO casting, and today I'm super excited because I got another Zyra in the game. Zyra. This time, hopefully she's not going to go AD. I would assume she's not, since they already have quite a bit of AD, being Corki, Shaco, and Yi. So, I'm really excited about this because this will be the first full game I've been able to cast with her in it. But then again, she's going up against a Kog'Maw and Nunu combo. This is going to be incredibly threatening later on in the game. There's not going to be... I want to say there's not really going to be much that they can do if they allow the Kog'Maw to get fed. Although, from what I've seen of Zyra, she's also very, very strong. So it'll be interesting to see how well she performs late game if it gets to that point, which I'm assuming it will. With Riven, also she's pretty good early game and mid game. She's not the strongest against Rumble, she's not going against Rumble. I'm ridiculous. Anyway, so against Yi, I'm not sure if Yi's going to go AP or not, so let's find out. Yi doesn't have any AP. He does have armor pen, so he's going to go AD Yi. I don't know exactly how good he's going to do against Riven. Riven has quite a few gap closers. She has a stun, as well as a nice little mini pop-up. I think Olaf might have been a better choice to go top. But it should be very interesting. I mean, Soraka can give him quite a bit of armor and keep the heals up for quite some time. He won't be able to protect Corki. There won't be much of any protecting Corki going on. I think red team is at a disadvantage as far as picks go. Skarnold Trump playing Rammus. So this will be interesting because Rammus has been very underplayed lately. He hasn't really been picked at all. So that'll be interesting to see how he plays him. It'll be interesting because he has a lot of CC, so it's going to be pretty easy for him to pick up a lot of these kills because the champions that are on the red team don't really have any form of escape except for Corki. Zyra has a snare, so that can potentially... Oh, Riven's actually going mid. And then Rumble's going to go top. And an Ignite coming off from... Oh my gosh, almost taking down Zyra with one combo, the Ignite, and then just flat out Q combos. Broken Wings are just super powerful. So forcing the flash from Zyra already at level 1, being incredibly strong. So Zyra's already putting out those rampant growth. She's level 2 now, and Riven just runs over it to break it so that she can't do anything with it. So great job by Riven actually knowing the champions, and the Ignite going off onto... the Ignite going off kind of signified that Shaco was there, as well as the little smoke bomb. The little smoke bomb that goes off. He up top, he actually has more CS than Rumble, which I didn't really expect. Shaco's going in... they both have double buffs right now, and Zyra's coming in. Shaco's just kind of throwing out a little bit of harass. Yeah, Rammus is really weak early game, especially without his defensive ball curl. If he doesn't have defensive ball curl on, then it's not really going to do too much. And now Shaco's coming up from behind, going to do a lot of extra damage, forcing the flash and doing quite a bit of damage. Zyra tries to throw out a couple of her spells, but the Deadly Bloom just not quite doing what she needs it to. Knees coming in looked like he was going to do a little bit of damage, but I think if he tried for the Alpha Strike or anything, the Rumble could have just flashed in the tower and then killed him. So great move by Yi, knowing when to back off. Corki's doing a pretty good job at harassing Kog'Maw, and now Soraka's incredibly low, and Shaco coming from the back, able to pick up the first blood onto the Kog'Maw. Now Kog'Maw's just going to try to blow up, and no, just barely do they miss that kill, and a great slow coming out, and Corki finishes it up, and The Shaco survives, so great job by the red team, being able to pick up that double kill bottom lane, trying to shut down that Kog'Maw Nunu combo, which is so powerful known late game. And now Rumble looks like he's going to take out Yi. Yi does go for the meditate, and the meditate might not save him quite enough. And yes, the Flame Spitter just comes barely back up after he's silenced for 8 seconds. Very nice job by Rumble, trying to get it all done, and Zyra has no mana. She's gonna have to recall. She's at half health and she has no mana, and she decides actually not to recall and just throw on some health potions and possibly do some auto attacks. Her auto attack animation is fantastic though. Although Rammus is camping her, so right when she comes out, Rammus is coming in. Defensive ball is coming out. He flashes for it, does go for the taunt, and now very close to taking down both of them. Oh, and the passive from Zyra does not pick up the kill. Very unfortunate, but got both of them so low. Great attempt, but Shaco's not going to be able to follow up on this. Yeah, they both have too much health at this point. One of his little daggers isn't going to do too much. So the 2 poison shiz, just very unfortunate for the red team. So blue team evening up the score already. There's still a tad bit of a goal difference, but at this point in the game, it really does not matter. It's not that big. Anything can happen. Depending on the champions, there's so many things that can happen at level 2, at level 3. But most of the changes start happening at about level 6. So once we see all these champions at level 6, then we'll be able to see a lot of extra damage. And Riven's just tanking the rampant growths from Zyra, and now a lot more damage going on, and the auto attacks with the snare. So great job being able to pick up the grasping roots with that rampant growth. So the auto attacks coming out also from the rampant growths. And another great job is Zyra. She's using a lot of mana though. I'm not sure if that's the best choice that she could possibly do. And the tower kills her plants in one shot, which I did not notice. I thought they had a 3-hit system, kind of like wards, but I guess that is incorrect. And Corki's going in very deep with the Shaco, trying to get that kill. Great job by Corki being able to pick that up. And now Rammus is coming in, but I think he's going to back off because going against 3 of them when they have a Soraka, it's not going to be good times. Kog'Maw throwing out just a little bit of the Void Ooze, trying to slow him down, doing a sliver of damage, literally a sliver. And again, up top, it looks like Rumble's going to take out the E, and E completely jukes Rumble. And Rumble still has his constant speeds, and the Electro Harpoons are going to be able to take out... Yes, the Electro Harpoons slow him enough to where he has no way to run. He goes for the Alpha Strike to try to juke back around, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. A great job by Rumble being able to put that ward in that bush, knowing that the E very might possibly run down there, but also looking out for the ganks from Shaco. Overall, very impressive job by Rumble. I don't think that's a very good matchup for Yi. Yi's teleport is also down. Does have exhaust. He's not running flash, which is also very interesting. But then again, I guess if he's just going to be sitting late game and side pushing, I think him and Shaco are really good at side pushing. So they have two members that are very powerful at side pushing. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do late game, what their strategy is. The Alpha Strike hitting Rumble for a little bit. It looks like he got a double hit on there. So great job. That double strike is really good. But the Alpha Strike is also pretty good. So being able to do that double strike in the middle. Oh, the Electro Harpoon just barely missing both of them. Rumble's not going to be able to pick up the golems because he already did them. And see, Rumble's working up. And the ultimate now coming out with the Ignite from Riven, and she's not going to be able to get away from that, which is very unfortunate. She's not even going to use her passive, it seems. She does shoot it out, but does miss. Not able to get that extra harass in there. Shaco's now soloing the dragon at this point, and this is one of the things that makes Shaco very powerful, just because he's able to solo dragon at such a low level, all by himself. Once he hits 6, he's like, alright, especially since he did pick up a kill and 2 assists. He's gonna get enough. He's gonna get enough items, basically just being that Wriggles Lantern. He doesn't even need a Wriggles Lantern. He really just needs the Wriggles or the Madrid's Razor to solo the dragon at level 6. So it's not too big of a deal, but picking up that extra gold is extremely beneficial for his team. Keeps them ahead of the game even though they're down a kill, and it seems like they're quite counterpicked. And it didn't look like the Grasping Roots really did too much, and the Ignite coming out from Zyra, not going to be able to do too much, and the Stranglethorns now coming out. Looks like she's just clearing out the creep wave with that. I'm not sure if that was the best choice for it. She does ward that bush to try to help her notice when that Rammus might possibly be coming in. And now Riven is going after her. No, she's going to back off. Exhaust is used on Rammus, so Rammus now has a very opportune point to gank. He's going to go in this bush, build up his Powerball, and try to go in, but red team looks like they're pretty aware of it. And great job by Soraka being able to put that ward in there, making sure no more lane ganks happen. And looks like Shaco and... oh no, Shaco might be able to take out this kill with the exhaust on him and the red buff, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to, and his ult does not blow up in time to kill him or get any damage. And now Zyra's being pinged off by the blue team. They know she's going down bottom, so now they're going to have to hug the tower. But Rammus is building up the Powerball once again. Is not going to do anything, and Riven is trying to cut off the Zyra at all costs, but Zyra's taking the very safe long way around, gets the snare off, but Riven's able to just broken wings right through the snare, and that's one of the bugs that people were talking about. If you get snared, as long as you don't try to move after you get snared, you can still broken wings and gain that distance that you would have normally got. So I think that's still a bug that needs to be fixed. And oh, the snare just barely missing, and Rammus coming from behind the tower, popping his ult, trying to get a tom, but does unfortunately hit a minion, and now he's taking a ton of damage at this point. And Rumble again picks up the kill on the Yi just barely. Let me go back and see what we can find out how that happened. So great teleport by the Yi, looks like. And now all the minions are taking him down really low, but Yi doesn't really want to fight this. His Meditate is just not going to be enough without that AP and without the extra levels. It's just not going to be enough. And now bottom lane, Rumble coming in. Or sorry, not Rumble. Let me go back and see what transpired in this particular fight. Corki just doesn't care. He throws on the Ignite, is able to pick that up, and Nunu with a great job on his ultimate, doing a ton of damage, and the flash coming out from Corki with the ultimate from Soraka, keeping him alive. Beautiful play by the red team. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see if we can get back to live here real quick. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens in the meantime. Yeah. So red team is starting to regroup. They might go for another dragon here pretty soon. I believe it's gonna... No, actually, we got a few minutes on that. We got about 2 more minutes until the dragon respawns. And Yi seems like he's getting completely zoned. He doesn't have his exhaust, doesn't have his teleport. Rumble has 4 kills. Not good for this Yi, but the Yi does have 82 CS. He's also behind by 20. Not going to be that good. So top lane is looking very far in favor of the blue team. Same with mid lane. Riven is at 101 CS when Zyra's at 85. So great job by the blue team being able to counterpick their lanes, or at least know the matchups well enough to be able to win those exchanges. And Soraka, oh, she does have her flash. She does get slowed by an Ice Blast, and now Corki's absolutely demolishing them with that. And now Shaco gets popped up by the Powerball, and now gets taunted. And Soraka's going to be going in, throwing out those potassium grenades. And now she's going to go down pretty heavily. Oh no, she actually survives the ultimate. No, the Ignite coming out from Riven. And Shaco So Shaco's clone goes down. She kind of wants to engage on it. She gets snared by the Zyra, but now she's going down a huge amount of damage coming out from Riven. Great job. And the passive from Zyra doing a lot of damage, actually. Very surprising. Did not know it did that much damage. And another tower dive from Rumble coming out. Being able to take out that E. Let's see what happened there. Yeah, it looks like he's just going fine. And Rumble is probably going to... Oh, he's at half health, so Rumble knows he can just get this kill. He has his Ignite up. All he has to do is throw his Electro Harpoons, and he gets out of there perfectly fine. Let's see what we can do to get to live. Rumble ends up letting the minions try to take down that tower. They do die beforehand, but they're going to take it down with this wave. Now Rammus taking the red buff once again for his team, and now the top tower finally going down for the blue team, giving them that extra gold that they require to buy the items that they need to win this game, to help in the snowball. Now it looks like Rumble is either going to keep feeding off the Yi, although he has 5 deaths already, so I don't know if it's going to be too useful for him to do so. Shaco's coming out, and the snare not quite landing. Oh, but Shaco goes down almost instantly. And it looks like Zyra might actually be able to pick up this kill. No. Oh, Grasping Roots again just barely misses. And she goes down after. Oh, and the juke from Riven, avoiding the passive from Zyra. Fantastic play coming out from this Riven. This Riven's just making huge plays left and right. It seems like it's a competition right now between Riven and Rumble. Who can get the most kills? It looks like he's pushing very heavily. I don't think that's the safest thing to do. Let's see what transpired bottom. Okay, so it looks like Nunu's just going really aggressive. He went to put down a ward, but it was a very aggressive ward, and I don't think it was quite worth it. But again, back up top, I don't know if Yi should have been pushing this high. He might throw his ultimate down just to run away very quickly. He's going to Alpha Strike and then ult. He can't be slowed, so he's going to be able to get away from this Rumble for at least a little bit. Oh, and the flash coming out from Rumble. Perfect timing. And now he's going to Electro Harpoon, just barely missing. And Yi doesn't have a way. He's going to aggro the Baron and then try to meditate. Alpha Strike. Try to get the Baron to concentrate on Rumble. Might take the Rumble down. Very close. Great attempt at baiting that. That was very well played by the Yi. I think if Yi was a higher level and not quite, or a little bit more farmed, you would have been able to do it. Great job by Red Team. Again, Shaco soloing that drag and getting the kill. Corki now going down very heavily from the Kog'Maw, but now Corki is just going to go down from the Acathian surprise. Unfortunate for them. But now Zyra's going to have to root down that Nunu. Doesn't do now. Stranglethorn's coming out, popping him up, canceling his ultimate, and now she's going to go down just simply from the auto attacks. Shaco comes down, and the kill from Zyra being able, from her passive, and a great juke by Shaco with the deceive. Deceiving the Riven, however. Riven thought he was going to go towards the safety of the tower, but turns out he went the other way. So Riven, unfortunately, I mean, got to give her credit for being dedicated, going after the kill, even after the deceive, waiting the 4 seconds, but she did go the wrong way. So and Yi again just pushing extremely hard. It's kind of what Yi does. He just spams his Alpha Strike as much as possible, waits for his ult to come back up, and yeah, he's gonna keep trying to take down this tower. It's almost at about half health. It is at half now. Very impressed by this Yi being able to do this much damage. He does have Youmuu's Ghost Blade, and the ultimate from Rumble coming out, and the ult with the Youmuu's coming out from Yi, and I don't think that Rumble's going to be able to catch up with him this time, no matter how many flashes he has. And Riven's so close to coming out. She throws her ult in the wrong way and then misses the flash. Does go down from the Soraka, so great job with those potassium grenades on Soraka. And the Rumble coming down, but he doesn't have his ultimate. He's not going to be nearly as threatening as he was earlier.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And now the bottom tower going down to the blue team. So blue team is just snowballing as much as they can, but surprisingly enough, with all the kills they have over the red team being 7, they're only 500 gold ahead. So it's actually quite surprising. It's still a very tight game. I'm just interested on how the red team is going to work in these team fights. I don't believe it's going to be all that strong, but let's see if we can get to live, and maybe we'll see it. And Yi getting chased down by almost all the blue team, but they end up giving up because they know they can't typically catch a Yi that's ulted with the Youmuu's Ghostblade. And let's see what Yi gets now. He's going for, looks like a Shirelli. He's almost going straight movement speed. I almost want to say he should have just went Hecarim if he was going for the crazy movement speed. But either way, and now Soraka getting caught out by the Riven, and the Rammus is going to powerball into Taunter, and yes, does go down. Rammus actually ends up taking that kill. So unfortunate for Riven, she's still tied with kills onto the Rumble. So nobody's winning that battle as far as the internal competition. Wow, a lot of damage coming out from Zyra. She has that Deathfire's Grasp already. So doing an insane amount of damage. Just from the straight burst of one item. Doesn't even have to use the spells for that. And he might get towered over. He's probably going to throw out the Alpha Strike here. Yes, he does throw out the Alpha Strike, but does get slowed. Riven's now coming from the back. Yi pops his ultimate with the Youmuu's. He's going to run as fast as he can for as long as he can, but I don't think it's going to be able to get away. The ultimate from Rumble does not wait until the ultimate is down on Yi, and the Powerball is just going to be too much. It doesn't seem like they care at this point. They're going to pop onto the Shaco, but they're able to take out the Rammus first, and the Deceive from Shaco coming out. Great job. And now the ultimate coming out from Shaco is going to get baited, and Soraka goes down from the combo of Rumble and Riven. Shaco taking a lot of damage from the ult on Riven. And now Riven is just going straight up. She doesn't care at this point in the game, which is pretty surprising. Great Phage proc coming out. Oh, and the big one hitting both Kog'Maw and the Riven. It doesn't look like Corki really cares, but Rumble might be coming around from the back end. But no, he's going to back off. Great play by him. He is super close to dying. He is going to recall. Hopefully he might go. No, okay. So I was thinking he might try to clear this wave. I don't think that would have been the safest move. So good move by him by recalling, taking the blue team's blue buff. So taking the blue's blue buff. A lot of damage going on in Shaco. Shaco is visible, and the Deceive coming out. Teleport from Yi is also now coming out. And the Shirelli is now coming out, and I don't think Shaco's taking too long to get in there. And a great two poison shiv. Is able to take out the Kog'Maw, but the Yi dies in the process, and again a lot of damage coming out. The Rammus going down again. Red team takes the middle tower. Red team doing a phenomenal job by staying in this game. They're not giving up. They're grouping up, trying to pick off whatever kills they can, trying to get back in this game. And again, they're only 200 gold behind. This game is incredibly close. And an Ionic Spark being played on the Shaco. So that's very surprising. Riven might pop her ult just to go for the kill. Doesn't look like Shaco's not deceived yet. And I believe she knows where he's going, but no, he does not go that way. So Riven is thinking that Shaco's going to juke into very unfamiliar territory, go towards the enemy's tower, but he goes to the safety of his Corki, his fellow Corki. Oh, and Rumble. Rumble's going to go for this kill. Misses both the harpoons. Quite unfortunate. But blue team does have a ward. And they're going to see anybody that walks by that area. Corki's all by himself, guarding the second bottom tower, but doing a lot of damage to the Riven. So that'll be interesting. Blue team finally getting their first dragon, pulling ahead in the game by about 1,000. And now Rammus with the Powerball coming in is able to get the taunt, trying to pull the Soraka as far away from the tower as possible. She uses her ult and does as much damage as she can with the Star Call, and gets them into the tower, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. Rammus is incredibly low. Shaco is going to be able to prevent Yeah, prevent the Powerball from all of that. And Shaco does survive, but unfortunately the ultimate from Rumble is able to take down the Corki. Very unfortunate, but the range on Corki's ultimate is just so powerful.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
But now it looks like it might turn into a base race. Yi is very strong at pushing, especially with that constant alpha striking, plus his double strike, but he doesn't want to 1v1 this Riven, especially now that the Riven has a GA. So that Guardian Angel is going to provide a lot of potential. He immunes the pop-up with the alpha strike. Great job by him. But the inhibitor from the red team goes down in the meantime. Now the ultimate with the Youmu's and the Shirelles all at the same time, getting an insane amount of movement speed, up above 500. So that was a little crazy. But Riven knows when she's basically just trying to blow all of his cooldowns so he can't get away the next time he tries to split push like that. Shaco's also doing a wonderful job. They pushed the second middle tower, and I would say they want to start going for the bottom towers, but if they do go for the bottom towers, that's going to leave Baron open. Just wide open, free for blue. Blue team's much more powerful in team fights, it seems. And a great job of Stranglethorns coming out from Zyra. Riven does not quite care though. Riven's still at half health. She doesn't have a Bloodthirster, which is kind of weird because typically they go Bloodthirster before anything else. Or before the Guardian Angel, I mean. And the flash came out from somebody. I'm not exactly sure who it was though. Again, Rumble's pushing top. Just trying to keep the pressure, making sure Yi isn't able to side push as unnoticeably as he has been the past few minutes. And Dragon's possibly able to come up, and now Corki all by himself against the Rumble. And oh no, is he going to be able to get rid of the Guardian Angel? He does get rid of the Guardian Angel, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to do anything else, and Yi is not there in time to do anything himself. Zyra throws out her ultimate, missing everybody once again. Let's see what we can find out how that happened. So blue team has a ward in this bush. They do see that Zyra's there. She gets taunted by the Rammus, and Rammus is just absolutely wrecking. Coming out from behind towers all over the place. And blue team's now going to push down middle, and they might take this next inhibitor. Yeah, so they're going to take a tower, they're going to take out another inhibitor. Definitely not good for the blue team. Blue team's starting to fall behind a lot. Towers going down all over the place, and Yi is concentrating on split pushing, and so is Shaco. So it's going to turn into a base race, but I'm not sure if they're going to really be able to do all that much. And Youmu's Ghostblade with his ultimate, Yi is doing an insane amount of damage to this tower, but Riven does back. And now he pops his ultimate and tries to get away as fast as possible. Don't think Riven's going to be able to catch up, but the ultimate from Rumble doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Zyra is also able to shut down the Rumble. So the first death going on Rumble, and a lot of health going on to the Zyra, or a lot of gold, sorry, going on to the Zyra. Shaco pushing down the second bottom tower, which is very surprising that he's able to do that with the fact that they have super minions spawning. So Shaco's doing a fantastic job. That Ionic Spark is just doing absolute work. And now Kog'Maw coming back. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get away, especially with that Riven. They know where he went. He slows down with the... it's going to be so close. So the two-ship poison is not going to be able to be enough for him to get away. He doesn't have his receive up quite yet.
Red team's inhibitors respawning soon.
And red team's inhibitor is spawning really soon. Soraka's having a field day now. She does have the Zeke's Herald. Going to be able to give her teammates that auto attack speed that they require. Zyra's all by herself, waiting for somebody to come in this bush. Going to absolutely eviscerate the Kog'Maw with her plants, and she does. Oh my gosh, Kog'Maw lives with almost no health. He does have to use his flash, but this is going to be able to give the blue team the perfect opportunity to take Baron without any problems. Yeah. Very unfortunate. I thought Zyra had that for sure. She didn't use her Deathfire's Grasp, and I think that was the main reason that she didn't kill him. Soraka coming in, flashing in, trying to just throw out some star calls, but unable to do so. Corki is throwing rockets as much as possible, has to flash over the wall, trying to get away from this Riven as fast as possible. Blue team takes Baron, and now the red team is definitely on the defense. If they weren't on the defense before, they're really on the defense now. They have to protect this last tower, and the last inhibitor, or I would assume that they're going to lose again. Oh my gosh, great play by Nunu, being able to zone that entire lane with his ultimate, preventing the E from getting away no matter what. And the Rumble ultimate coming out, and again, the Riven just doing her broken wings right through that snare. Might get hit by Zyra's ult, or passive, but I don't think it's really going to do much. She's going to hit that Rumble. Yeah, so very unfortunate for the red team. It looks like the blue team is just taking advantage of their potential at this point. And Rumble's very close to going down. Soraka tried to bait him into the tower, but just was not working as well as she wanted it to. And red team's entire base, all their towers, everything is going down. And now the Nexus going down at 30 minutes. Fantastic game. There was a lot of action, primarily on the blue team side, but red was doing a phenomenal job by staying in the game, by taking out almost as many towers, staying on top of dragons as much as possible, and picking off high priority targets. They were able to take out the Rumble when he had 11 kills, giving them a huge bonus gold for that AP carry. Unfortunately, they weren't able to pull it off in the end. I would have liked to see a little bit more of a base race, maybe have Shaco and Yi pushing together. I think that would have been... they would have been able to take down towers ridiculously fast. And they would have prevented blue team from pushing quite a bit. But congratulations to the blue team, and GG to the red team. Again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel. It really does help, and I appreciate everybody that does watch my videos and provides feedback. Requesting any champions or players will enable you to be entered into the raffle that I have sporadically. So make sure you subscribe, and make sure you contribute to, I guess, this little tiny subscriber community that I have built up, trying to please everybody by providing them with high quality, high ELO games at all times on a daily basis. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.